Okay, listen. Before you guys come up here and say, "Oh, why it took so long to do this video?" Well, life happens, okay? Not everybody has a lot of time. Not everybody has a million subscribers and do this for a living. We're just starting, okay? So please help me out with that. Nah, anyways, but in today's episode, finally, I'm gonna deliver what I've been promised you guys from a long time. It's like how to stack mutations, how to breed properly in Ark, and I hope that you find this video very helpful. It's gonna be a combination between present me, future me, and past me. And the reason why is because we talked about it at the very beginning. But back then, I didn't really had um, much experience like I do now. So that's why it's gonna be you're gonna have me with my old mic and this new one. So please, I'm gonna try to keep it as also as simple as possible. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get to it. So the way that I do it, first of all, is like on stream we tame a lot of creatures. And in this case, I want to show it off with my Argents because those are really have been the most consistent out of all the breedings that I've been doing. So I've tamed a lot of Argents, right? They were high level, the max level on this server, it's 210. So a combination of like 196, 203, and 210s. Let me see. They come out, I'm pretty sure it's 314, 315. That's like a perfect time. Okay. So what I do first is like we tame all of those. We tame all of those Argents in this case, right? So you take the highest level health, the highest level stamina, and the highest level melee damage, and you breed them until you combine them. For example, you have a male that it has the highest health, and then you got a female that has the higher stamina. So you breed them until you get these two stats on one creature, right? And then let's say there was another creature that has the highest level melee damage. Whether you breed that one with the opposite gender of the one that has the melee damage until you get this right here. Creature with all the high stats out of all of them. Then you make okay, this is a choice of you guys. You can either make it one male and 10 to 12 females with the same stats. See, as you can see, these are all females. You're a female too. Yeah, female. I know I didn't have more. I know I have 10, and that's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah. And I had the one male right here. Okay. So first of all, you breed them. You put them on wandering. So one thing, if you're on your own server, and then you can actually live in on wandering. You know, I know on Vanilla Ark we don't have the hitching post, but we have the other ones. Whatchamacallit? Hold on, let me go to the Smitty, the Dino Leash. My bad. Yeah, we have the Dino Leash. So you can actually put it here in the center of the room. You can leave your things on wander and log off, and they're gonna keep breeding, right? So, and then if you put it on enable mating, they only gonna be mating while you're on the server. You or one of your tribe mates are on the server. That's the difference between enable wandering and enable mating. So after you live on that, or if you have time during your day, let's say that this 49 almost 5k health stat, you get a baby with a mutation, and the mutation is gonna show you right here. So now let me show you what it looks like. I kept each and every one of my archons here. Health, let's see, where is it at? That's melee. This is another health. 314, 496. Aha, there it goes. So it's gonna be, let me show you what does it look like. So the mutation, it's gonna say, it's gonna be either on the maternal side or the paternal side. I have a mutation 1 of 20, and it is on the health. So it went from 49 to 51. Okay, so whatever stat that you want to work on, for example, health, stamina, or melee damage. You can work on weight as well if you liked. Now keep in mind that it doesn't matter how much you breathe, the movement speed, it will never change. It'll always be 100, and the only way that the stat will go up is if you imprint the dino and you'll get a buff. So now let's talk about how you keep stacking this. Well, now that you have your 51, your 1 mutation, then you get rid of the rest of them and you only focus on health. Okay, so you're only gonna focus on health. Let's put you back on your cryo ball. You can do this with cryopods as well, so it doesn't really matter. So you keep breeding that dino until you get the, just put health, because I'm pretty sure you name it all up with health. You see right here, male argent 316, 5200 mutation 2, 5400 mutation 3, 55 mutation 4, 56 mutation 5. Okay, and you see right here on the where it says mutations paternal 5 out of 20, they make sure that the only mutation is on the health. You don't want any other stat right now until you get like maybe 20 out of 20 like I did, which the final product, it should look something like this. That's how much it went up. It went from 49 to 78, 84, all clean mutations on one side, and you can see right here 20 out of 20. It don't have any other stat breeding to it but health. So that's one of my main breeders. You're gonna do the same on the stamina, and I'll show you. This is my stamina 20. Actually this one I went up 1 because I wanted to get not like maybe like an evenish number. It was at 23 something, so I always wanted to be 24, so I bred until I have 21 mutations on it. But don't worry, this one is gonna go into 21 when you breed it, and that's gonna be your second breeder. And this one is my melee mutation. As you can see, the only stat that went up that I stuck into it, it was the melee, and I have 20 out of 20. And I can show you guys kind of what it looks like. Oh, and if you doing the method with the 10 to I think it's 12 that you can, the max that you can breed into. I'm not sure, that you can breed with one dino at the same time. Make sure it's always the male. You always replace the male and you have all of the females. So let's go to melee. And this will show, I'm pretty sure it's gonna show all the, oh, it's gonna have all the, let's go with stamina instead. So this was my first argent. Where is it at? Where is what? Right here. I started with 1580, and my first it was 1620, and then where is the second mutation? Right here, 1660, and then it went to 1700, 1740, etc. 1780. 1880 until I got 24. This color right here. Now, after you get this all of these three together, right? You got your 3 final products, and now you're gonna breed them. Make sure at least one of them is opposite gender. So this one is the male, this one is female, and this one is male. First, what I did is I bred this one with this one, and I created this one right here. So this argent, it's a male, and it has the 78, 84 with the 20 mutations on the health, and the melee damage 719. So it should look something like this. 20 on one side, 20 on the other one. Okay. So now, after I got my that's my female. So after I got this female, because this one is a male. Now I'm breeding these two together. I'm breeding this one that it has the stamina. I breed this one with this one, right? And it should give me a creature with all the stats combined. Let me see, where is it at? And of course it hasn't given me one yet. So after it gives you one with all 3 stats, and I've been breeding for almost 2 weeks, guys. It's been 2 weeks since I started this argent, and I still haven't got what I want. The reason why is because, okay, let's go with a Thylas, because I just literally today, as I'm recording this video, I got what I needed. So my Thylas, this is a final product right here. That's 20, 20, and 20 on the health, stamina, and melee damage. So by the end, it should look something like 40 and 20. So that's actually 60 mutations. That's what you want. You want all those. If you're breeding for those 3 stats, it should look something like this. So now you see the level is 458. I know on official servers there's a cap level that if it goes over that cap level, and I will explain to you later in the video, or I might just put it on this part, that if your dino goes over that cap, it'll, after a restart or after you log off or you come back up, it'll be erased. So a trick that when I used to play official, I met some really nice, really good Ark players, and we still are friends on PlayStation. He told me to tame a minimum level creature of the same one. For example, on my server, like I said, max level is 210. So the lowest creature level possible is 7. So I tame a level 7 Thyla, but I tamed it and I ruined its effectiveness to 0%, so I could have the least amount of stats. Why is that? Because when you breed this one with this one, the level should be within the cap. Why is that, or how is that? Because of the point system that Ark has. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Do I have a 340? Okay. So this is what we're looking. This is exactly what a good example. This is a. Let me just. Well, hold on. This one right here. My bad. So these thylas, they're 342, right? These are a bred between this thylacoleo, the number 7, and your final product. All these mutations went to one side, and so that leaves the paternal side to nothing. So maybe in the future, if you want, you can keep reading them, okay? And you see I kept all the stats except oxygen, food, and movement speed. How do I know that? You see over here, the health has 97 points, the stamina has 99, oxygen has 0, food has 1, weight has 42, melee damage has 101, movement speed has 1. That determines, this points determines your level on the creature. Okay, so you want the minimum level possible. These are two examples. This Thyla is a 342 because I wanted some weight. On my server, the weight stat is way up. It's not like official. I got it up because it'll save us some time to play, to record, and to stream. That way, you know, like for example, moving things, we can actually carry more, blah blah blah. Anyways, if this is a minimal creature with all these stats that are bred, it only has the health, the stamina, and the melee damage. Everything else, oxygen, food, weight, movement speed, has 0 to 1 point into it, so that's why my level is 303. So if I keep breeding this creature, even if after max level it won't disappear. I will do more testing with the 342, but I'm pretty sure we should be fine. This is like the lowest level possible that I could get with the health, stamina, weight, and melee damage. And now the colors. When you breed, you get of course you get a mutation, and not only you get a mutation on the stat, but you also get a color mutation. Now keep in mind, there's 6 color regions on every creature, but there's a few creatures but not all of them has all 6 regions. In this case, the Thylas, they only have 3 color regions that are visible, and the rest of them are of course invisible. They don't exist on this creature. So if you get a stat mutation and your color don't change, it's because the color landed on a region that your creature don't have. You see the colors where it says colors over here, it's size 73. It has region 0, region 1, region 2, region 3, region 4, and 5. That's your 6. 5. So let's get this style out. So you see over here, it tells me that now the cryopods, they also tell you the color region. So finally, Ark Vanilla, they're stepping up. They're giving us a lot of these mods that we have. So the colors, for example, this one. Okay, pay attention. Let's take this bad boy out, just to check out the colors of it. Now you see how it is all red, white. Okay, so only the body, the belly, and the stripes. Those are the only two regions that this styler can show. Okay, let's go back to it and let's take a look at it. So region 0, region 4, and region 5. Let's look at the archons, for example. That's a horrible example. Let me put this back into here. This doesn't matter. Okay, so there you go. Now look at your archons. It's supposed to have all color regions. Wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure all of them show. I'm not 100%. Now look at the archon. It has all color regions. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can actually have a multicolor argentavis with no problem. And I like this one, for example. It has the you know, like the little feathers on top of it, the belly, and the under feathers. It has the wings, the tip of the wings, and the feet. So that's a fully color mutated argentavis that we have over here. Dire bears, megatheriums. They only have 2, I believe. So if you don't, like I said, if you don't get a stat mutation, if you get a stat mutation, if you get the color, then you know, now you know why he does that. And now we're gonna go back to past me to give you just tell you guys some facts about mutation in Ark, about breeding in Ark, and I will talk to you all at the end of the video. There's also a web page. It's called Dododex. You can I
have seen that.
Yeah, you can go in there, and then you can put you have to put the creature, then you put the level of it, and then you put the stats. And on that page, it tells you exactly what you're looking at right now. It tells you the 41 points into health, the 37 points into stamina, or whatever. And it tells you either it's a high stat, or it's a low stat, or it's gonna be like an average stat.
Okay, so it kind of gives you an idea before you,
yes,
go through and do the upgrades. Okay.
Actually, I was bringing some thalas the other day, guys, just for testing the server settings and stuff. And this is what I got. I got a color mutation on it.
Pretty.
It's so cute.
I know. I love that's why I love breeding thalas, dude. I really love breeding thalas. That's why. So now, also for each offspring, guys, that you guys get, there's a chance that you can get either 1 mutation, 2 mutations, or 3 mutations. That's like the max that you can get.
Okay.
In almost 5 years that I play Ark, I've only happened to me that once, when I get 1 baby and the baby has 3 mutations. That possibility of happening is 0.00156%. So that's super rare of happening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And to get 2, there's actually a 0.184% of happening, the 2 stat mutation. And in regular mutations, it's a 7.3%. So it's more likely to get just 1 mutation than 2 or 3. But also, if you want to get more mutations, make sure that it doesn't go over the 20 mutation limit. If it goes over the 20 mutation limit, there's less and less chance for you to get mutations on it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And also you can, and since we're breeding for stats, I don't really care about the colors, but you can actually keep breeding for colors and stuff.
I mean, yeah, that works.
So now let's talk about, like, for example, if you go over, like I was saying, if you go over the 20, let's say that this Spino has already 20 and 20 mutations on each side, right?
Okay.
you know how I said that there's a 7.3% chance of getting a mutation? After you reach the limit, your percentage goes down by 4.07%.
Wow.
You can keep stacking mutations onto each dino, but the right way to do it is like just work on one stat
Yeah.
at a time. For example, right now I'm just working on a health mutation on the Spinos, right?
Yeah.
Since I'm only working on the health mutation, I have to keep breeding until I get a male with a health, because the male already has the health mutation. I cannot breed a female that has that mutation with a male, because it will break the cycle of stacking mutations.
Okay, so you can't breed two that already both have their health mutated.
Exactly.
Okay.
It has to be a clean mutation on the opposite gender. For example, if the mutation is on the dad side, it has to be a clean mutation on the mom's side, and
Okay.
and vice versa.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're breeding for colors, all you gotta do is like literally just keep breeding until you get the color passed on to the babies, basically.
Okay.
And if you wanna breed like small dinos, like for example like otters, you wanna do a wave mutation on them, because otters are the only creature in the game besides our characters that can hold an artifact.
Ooh.
And otters can
Awesome.
actually hold more than just one. They can hold,
wow,
yeah,
okay.
they can hold as many as you want. That's only the only use that I see on the otters.
Other than their cuteness, of course.
Exactly.
I wouldn't. Well,
Careful with your next word.
oh, and
Fair.
and also before I forget, I remember that you guys asked the questions like how to avoid getting to the cap, to go above the cap limit of the server.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you do that?
All you gotta do is like, let's say this one is already like your final spinal. You're like 20 mutations and like super OP and stuff, but it's almost to the cap.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is literally tame a low level spino. Like let's say the low level that you can find on this server is 7.
Mhm.
Okay.
All you gotta do is go find it and then tame it. But
Oh.
when you taming something, Raven, when you tame something, you have a bar on your,
Yeah.
you see the 2 bars. It says like the unconscious one and the taming effectiveness. And on the screen, it's gonna show either 100% taming effectiveness or 99%. It just depends. There's 2 factors that can cause that taming effectiveness to either go up or down.
Okay.
Number 1 is the food that you tame it with. All the dinos have different foods that you can tame it with. The best one that you can use is kibble. Kibble is like the best thing that the dino can use. There's different types of kibble, so each dino can be tamed with different types. There's like superior kibble, exceptional kibble, regular kibble, basic kibble, etc. If you want to tame a spine, of course you're gonna do like exceptional kibble and the superior kibble.
Yeah.
In order
You
to
want the better quality.
yes, so if you want to tame it with the best kibble that they can get, they will get 100% taming effectiveness.
Okay.
The 100% taming effectiveness, it will tame a max level. For example, the max level on this server is 210, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a perfect tame, it's 315. So if I tame a Spino and it's a 210 and I give a perfect kibble, it'll come out at 315.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh.
Now the other fact. Go ahead, Raven.
I was gonna say, so that actually makes taming and getting them leveled up a little bit easier for us.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
The more taming effectiveness, the more levels they will get, and the better chances for you to get a higher stat on them.
Now,
Okay.
the other factor that it can affect, they can damage your taming effectiveness.
Yeah.
When you have your dino already knocked out, right, and you haven't put any kibble, you haven't put anything in it, make sure that it doesn't get hit by anything. If it takes damage,
Oh, I've noticed that.
his taming effectiveness will go down. It will get less levels, and it will get less. His chances of getting a better stat will decrease.
Oh, so don't beat them while you're trying to tame them.
Exactly.
They don't seem to like it.
Unless you want to tame the low level Spino, the level 7. What you want to do is like literally beat it until it has like maybe 2 health, like literally on the verge of death, and then feed it, tame it. It will have 0 taming effectiveness. So what you want to do is breed it to your high level.
And then you get the low or the high stats and the stat mutations on the offspring with a lower level.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's exactly how you do it. That's how on official servers. That's how we used to do it. Also, I forgot one thing. You see that this when you get to the 2 parents, right, that you want to breed with, make sure that you don't level them up, because can you see the Spino? Open his inventory.
Okay.
And then you see all the health. These are his base. These are called base stats. I haven't pumped any levels into it. This is how the baby came out. So even if I pump a level into health, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for the offsprings, because the offsprings will come out with the base stats that you're looking at right now. So
nice.
yeah, so you don't. What I do, I don't level them up until I actually get the final product. That way I can look at exactly what are their stats and the stats that they're going to get. Levels, like when you pump levels into it, they don't affect taming at all. Like they don't affect the way that, for example, if you pump levels right now into the health, it won't pass on to the babies.
Okay.
So the base stats are what you're looking at, what you're gonna get for the babies. Also, one trick that I learned is, for example, look at this red Spino. You see the name? It's 77 health, 16 stamina, 419 melee damage.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 stats that I want for the dinos, so I wrote them down on their name. That way I can remember them instead of actually go back to my notes and look at what stats each dino has. So it'll be breeding a little bit easier.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
For example, this one, I've only write down the 81 health, 1 mutation, because obviously this is the only stat that I'm gonna, that I'm used for. And this one right here, it has actually the color and all the good stats that I want. So that way I know which dino I'm breeding and which dino I'm, on which stat I want into the offsprings and stuff.
Right.
That's like one little trick that I learned about how to, keep things more simple and more easier for me to access, instead of actually have to probably take a screenshot or something and go back to it and look at them and stuff.
And there you have it, guys. I hope this video was helpful. It took ages to make, because I wanted to give you guys as much as information and make it as simple as possible. So if you get any questions, I will link my Twitter on the description. That way you can either DM me or email me or whatever. I will be very happy to answer all your questions. And if I don't know the answer, then we'll look for it together, or you can look it on yourself. It doesn't matter. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Never mind, scratch that. I sounded like Thanos. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.